Ella Purnell playing a serial killer is all it took to get me to watch this TV show. I'm really not a hard person to please. Hello everyone, I've been thinking about making a YouTube channel where I rank TV shows and movies for a while now. So why start with Sweet Pea? I don't really know, I was just watching it whenever I finally decided to do this. Before we begin, remember, this is my opinion, so don't annoy me in the comment section please. Just tell me your rankings or recommend me new shows to watch. Now let's get into it. In sixth place, episode 5, Someone's Been a Naughty Girl. This may be in last place, but there are no bad episodes this season. They're all pretty consistent. I really enjoy the scenes with Rhiannon and Julia, especially the makeup one. Reminds me of the Ramsay and Theon scene in season 4 of Game of Thrones where, spoilers, Theon has the chance to kill Ramsay, but he's so psychologically messed up in the head that he doesn't. It's a little different here. Julia is definitely not as screwed up as Theon was, but I like that despite this being kind of a warm moment between the two, it reminds us that Rhiannon is still her captor. Rhiannon attempts to murder Marcus, but is seen by Jeff, who deduces that she's the killer of the two men. Jeff panics and bikes away, but is hit and killed by oncoming traffic. Look, I didn't like Jeff. I think they made his character way too one note. I enjoyed that he figured out Rhiannon is the killer, but his death was way too convenient. He obviously had to die as soon as he found out the information, but the way they did it didn't work for me. Not too high in the characters, so not that big of a deal for me. With the help of Julia, Rhiannon decides to frame Marcus for the murders and kidnapping, but since he's such a despicable character, Rhiannon is forced to murder him instead. The most cathartic death, honestly. The man sucked. I hated seeing him on my TV screen, so good riddance. Marina investigates Julia's disappearance and closes in on Rhiannon as her number one suspect. Really liked Marina's storyline. More to say on that later on. Solid episode. In fifth place, episode 3, Black Spots in the Garage. Rhiannon prepares for Julia's murder this episode, the first premeditated one of the season. We have to unfortunately suffer through a date scene with Craig. They try to show a warmer side to him, but his book character and TV future actions forever cloud the character for me. He sucks, and I don't like him. Rhiannon and Marina have their first official interaction during some questioning. They're looking into Ryan's murder and talking to everyone who was at a nearby nightclub. Rhiannon says she was with her friends, naming Julia as one of them, which definitely won't be suspicious in the next episode. Julia plans to buy Rhiannon's house and flip it, which further angers Rhiannon. She stabs Julia's tire and offers to drive her home. They go to Rhiannon's house instead. She claims there is some black mold in the garage that needs looking into. Rhiannon takes out her pocket knife, admitting to murdering the two men, then rants about Julia ruining her life. Julia attempts to fight her way out of the situation, but slips and is knocked out by Rhiannon. An entertaining sequence. I like watching characters learn that Rhiannon is a murderer, and this is one of the best versions of it. I have sympathy for Julia, but she was awful in these early episodes. Solid end to an entertaining episode. In fourth place, episode 4, Everybody Loves Julia. Rhiannon gleefully taunts Julia throughout the episode, but can't seem to kill her when hit with a reality check, that Rhiannon is responsible for her own unhappiness. I enjoyed the scenes with Rhiannon and Julia this episode. Ella Purnell is at her best here. It's just so entertaining to see Rhiannon interact with one of her victims. A new side of the character. I like that Julia still manages to get under Rhiannon's skin despite the position she's in. This storyline is pure gold. Rhiannon interviews Julia's fiancé Marcus and gets her story published. She celebrates with AJ at the bar before Craig ruins it by attempting to assert his dominance over her. This is where I officially begin hating Craig. Rhiannon runs into a drunk Marcus, who confesses he didn't actually report Julia's disappearance. She's done this before and came back. Rhiannon drives Marcus home and looks into his phone. Marcus sent Julia messages threatening to off himself. Rhiannon assumes Julia is abusive, but is shocked to learn it's the other way around. The episode opens with Marina having her own mental list of people she'd like to kill. Like Rhiannon, Marina also feels looked over by her employees and other people. Unlike Rhiannon, Marina wouldn't actually kill anyone. She despises people who do. Her investigation into Ryan's murder leads her to see the footage of Rhiannon's drunken confrontation with Julia at the nightclub. She then finds Rhiannon's story of Julia's disappearance. This is the beginning of Marina's own storyline. I love the parallels of her and Rhiannon. Good start for the character. Once again, a solid episode. In third place, episode 1, Sorry for Your Loss. The origin story of future serial killer Rhiannon Lewis. Rhiannon's father, the only person who ever truly saw her, dies. Her cute dog, Tink dies, she loses her promotion to a new guy, AJ Pierce. Rihanna's distant sister, Serene, wants to sell their father's house. And worst of all, she hires Rihanna's school bully, Julia Blankensop, who is now an estate agent. After Rihanna's terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day, who would blame her for killing a drunk man who seemingly accidentally urinated on her? I wouldn't. This is a great start to the series, making it very easy to understand why Rihanna would take this dark turn. Ella Purnell disappears into the role. I truly don't see Jackie Taylor here at all. Despite her darkness, Rihanna is a very sympathetic character. I think it's her eyes. It's definitely her eyes. In second place, Episode 6, Life 2.0. Rhiannon gets away with murder and kidnapping and decides to begin a new life with Julia as her best friend and AJ as her boyfriend, replacing that good-for-nothing Craig. After all that, a happy ending. Well, not really. Julia is still traumatized and uses Rihanna's bank card to get on a plane and skip town. Nicole Leckie, who plays Julia, is so good in that interview scene. She had been playing up the new best friend for Rihanna, but this scene removes the mask masterfully. She's traumatized by Rihanna and seemingly angry at her. I'm very curious to see where her character goes in the future. Craig blackmails Rihanna into selling her father's business to him for lying to the police for her. Loser behavior. Marina gets confirmation from CCTV footage that Rhiannon must be the killer after breaking into her house. She promises Rhiannon that she'll be there when she kills again. Marina has reached her breaking point this episode, but she's still going to be following the rules in the future after breaking some here. Her character could really go either way, and I'm here for whatever they do. AJ receives a photo of the murder weapon and recognizes it as Rhiannon's pocket knife. He attempts to leave, calling Rhiannon a monster, and is stabbed to death. Serene walks into the house as Rhiannon tearfully holds onto a dying AJ, leaving the season on a cliffhanger. This is my favorite scene of the season. The immediate realization on AJ's face is so good. Callum Lynch does a great performance here. His death is brutal. I didn't want it to happen, but it leaves the season on a high note. Rhiannon has broken her code, only kill bullies. Will she continue to do this, killing when someone sees her as what she fears she is, a monster? Maybe. I'm interested in where her character goes from here. Very excited, actually. In first place, Episode 2, This Sort of Thing Needs Some Feminine Energy. I honestly just find this episode to be a really entertaining good time. Rhiannon is feeling guilty after her first murder, Ryan Lloyd, and spends the episode trying to find a way to retroactively justify it. During an interview with his family, Rhiannon finds a restraining order against Ryan from a coworker who says he was relentlessly bullied. Rhiannon can relate and no longer feels guilty for the murder. Later on during karaoke night at a bar, Rhiannon spots an obnoxious man who prevented a nurse from helping her dying father. She stalks him out of the bar and asks for his help in finding her dog. He does so after looking like he was about to creepily hit on her and is brutally stabbed to death. One thing I will say is, I wish there were more variety in Rhiannon's kills. It's just been the same stabby stab kills, except for Marcus. But overall, I just find the plotline of this episode really entertaining to watch. We get to see a guilty and spaced out Rhiannon, which is unique. She gets extremely comfortable with murder in the rest of the episodes. Marcus is the most satisfying kill, but this obnoxious man is definitely second place. He was awful to the nurse in episode 1, the bartender this episode, and really weird towards Rhiannon. She did the world a favor here. We get Rhiannon and AJ teaming up for the first time here, and that's enjoyable to watch. I think overall it's just structurally my favorite episode. These last three are all very close though. Like I said, very consistent season. Well, that was my ranking of Sweetpea Season 1. I hope you enjoyed the video. Share your thoughts or ranking down below if you want. See you all next time, and remember, let the darkness set you free.